Yeah. Well, your album is different. Is it also difficult to make this a live album, to play it live, because there's a synthesizer on it? How are you gonna do that?
We always had synthesizers on our records, at least from Vinevi Divisions and on.
But are
So
you
it's
going to
but
bring it to stage?
I understand what you're saying. It's we before we they weren't as based on maybe on like, so we have some songs that are piano based and some songs that are based on other things. But you know, you can change that around. Like we play whatever the trickiest song might have been. Like that could have been maybe Hives, or it could be like Popping on a String or something, and we can do versions of those.
Won't be long, maybe.
Yeah, so we can do all of those. I mean, you can play them as a rock band. The thing is that when you want to incorporate those songs into your live set, you want to do it so that it doesn't break up the pace or whatever of the live show. You still want the live show to be like you know, you're supposed to feel after a live show that, you know, like you've been run over by the train pretty much. And if you start playing songs then with like where you have stuff recorded on, you know, DATs or whatever, and you start playing stuff on CD, and like you lose the dynamics of the live show. So we still want to be able to play it, but it was kind of tricky when making the record. You know, we're making the record and you think, oh, how is this going to work live, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you think in terms of, you know, let's cross that when we get there, you know. Like we don't have to worry about it in the studio. We can worry about it a year from now when we're supposed to play them, you know, live.
So now you try to normalize the tracks a little.
Not really normalize them, just figure them out on guitar. Like, I mean, you can make a guitar sound like a synthesizer, and you can make the bass sound like a synth bass, which is pretty much all we need. And like, you can pretty much make a guitar sound like a piano if you know how to do it as well. So it's we're just figuring out songs. Like we rehearsed the Hives, and now we can play that one live, and we're gonna incorporate. We're gonna put Puppet on a String as well in the live set as well. So it's we're clever enough. It just takes us a while to get there, you know.
Do you like these challenges?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. I mean, otherwise...
Do you need it
Of course, yes.
after 15 years?
Yeah,
possible.
yeah, you just said it, you know, after 15 years you always need to go somewhere else and do something new, and challenges it's the most fun thing. It's like if you play in a band, you play your same songs, the same set every day, and you get so good at that, and then you can't think in other terms of, you know, playing wise with your instrument. But if you get new challenges, you get better even in the same band. You don't have to go over to like another project just because you want to, you know, progress as a musician as well. So of course it's good.
It's kind of like food. Like if your favorite food is meat and potatoes and you eat it every day for 15 years, you know, one day you eat rice and it'll be the best tasting shit ever, you know. You can still go back to your meat and potatoes and it'll still be the best, but like if you can do both, you know, that's what I'd prefer. Kind of.
So this album is Rise.
Could be. It's got to be the best rice you've ever had, though. You know, it's gold rice.
Okay, well, you recently, it's a little time ago, you made a comparison with you and the Rolling Stones. That you want to be around longer, like the Rolling Stones. When you draw that comparison a little bit further, what album of the Stones would your album compare like?
Okay. Well,
Would it be
this
the
will
two of
be-
you, or?
this will be Exile on Main Street, I think. I would say.
You think?
Yeah.
Also, maybe Misty or something.
Yeah, that's like maybe some of the disco stuff, maybe. Because that's what we were planning on, like making the record. You know, like we wanted to reinvent the band in kind of the same way that they did with, say, you know, with their disco period, or the same way that, say, the Sparks did with their disco period. Now it seems like every band just reinvented themselves with the disco period. Kiss, Sparks, Rolling Stones, but you know, that's kind of what we want to do.